boys and girls. So today we have spelling, and in spelling we are going to be working on our word sorts because it's Tuesday. So I have a few words written on index cards here. You should recognize them because you actually built them yesterday on Monday when we were doing spelling with our word tiles. So I'm just going to hold them up and then you are going to read them out loud. Right? In your mind as we're reading them, also be thinking about what patterns do you think you might be noticing, because if you see this same spelling pattern showing up again and again and again in lots of the words, that's probably because it's one of our weekly spelling patterns, which we're going to be going over in a few minutes, but try to get a head start of thinking of what those might be, okay? All right, the first word is chip. Great job. The next word is munch. Next we have nip. Awesome. We have in pin. Next we have punch. Punch. Now we have in chin. Up cup. And last we have inch pinch. So we just read all of these words together, so let's go ahead and get started on our word sort. Now, the whole purpose of a word sort is to give us a chance to look at words individually and to find what patterns we're noticing showing up in lots of words. Now, the more patterns, and that could be chunks or words within words, that we see and we store in our mind, kind of like in a little mini storage unit or like a garage full of junk, except instead of junk, there's spelling patterns, then spelling and writing and reading becomes so much easier for us. So let's go ahead and get started with this really important part of spelling. So I'm going to actually show you in a moment what our spelling patterns are, but I want for you to take a look at the words since they're all together here and try to see, do you notice any of the patterns? Do you think you have an idea of what our patterns of the week might be just by looking at these words? What do you notice that some of them have in common? For example, when I look at these words all together, I can see one pattern really standing out to me, and it's this one, C-H, ch, and chip, ch, and chin. I see it here too, munch, except it's at the end of a word that time. Here again, pinch at the end there, and then punch. So I'm thinking that CH is probably one of our patterns. Was anybody else thinking the same thing? Cool. Now, do you see any others? Any others before I show you what they are? I see a couple. I see a couple. Do you? What do you see? Oh my gosh, those are such great ideas. Well, let me show you what they are. The first one is going to be in. So in is a word. We would call this a word within a word. Okay, so in, and then we have U-N-C-H, unch. We have I-N-C-H, inch, also a word, so a word within a word. We have I-P, ip, and then we have, I need to slide these over so I have enough space. We have so many patterns this week. We have UP, up, so another word within a word. So now my job is to go through these words and to sort them properly. And I know that I've sorted them properly when they belong to one of these spelling patterns, right? So, ch, ip. Well, I thought it was going to be CH, but look, Miss Garcia was wrong. But it does belong in one of these. Which one does it belong to? Ah, this one? Nice job. And I'm going to actually collect these so that they don't look like we've sorted them in the wrong spots. And we'll sort them one by one. All right. Now the next word is nip. Which one does it fit into? Oh, beep, beep. This one again. So chip, nip, rhyming words. We have chin. It almost fits in that one. Has the same exact 4 letters, except they're not in the right order. Were you thinking in? How about this word, munch? Beep, beep, right there. All right, just a few more. We have pin. First column, I agree with you. We have cup. There we go. Found it there at the end. 2 more. Pinch. Oh, this one kind of fits into 2, right? So it has I-N, but it also has I-N-C-H, so we're going to stick it in I-N-C-H because it's the whole word within a word. And then the last one is punch. Oh, definitely rhymes with munch, so it belongs here in U-N-C-H. So now you're going to head over to Google Classroom and you're going to find your assignment and your materials that you need for this activity on Google Classroom. Good luck! Did you know that Miss Garcia spends lots of time planning and preparing for these videos? And sometimes they don't go super smoothly. I have to do many takes, and it seems kind of silly and feels sort of ridiculous teaching a word sort or writing or math to an empty classroom so many times in a row, but I want to make sure that I get it right for you guys and that it makes sense, and so I decided today to share some of my bloopers. Enjoy! Alright, so we just read all of these words together, so now we're going to work on our word sort. Now, the purpose of a word sort is to give us a chance to zoom in on specific words and to identify what patterns or chunks, could be words within words even, that we notice showing up in words. And when we know in our brains that we have a whole storage unit full of spelling patterns and chunks and words within words, reading becomes a lot easier for us. So does spelling, and so does writing. So this part of writing is really important. Word sorts are really important. Alright, so we just read through these words together, so they should look familiar to you from a moment ago. And so now we're going to work on doing our word sort. So remember, the whole purpose of doing a word sort is to examine parts of a word and to figure out what chunks are you seeing, what patterns are you noticing. When we study spelling patterns...
Teachers and students, please excuse this interruption.